Alright, Chris is headed north, but we ended up coming up here to 1600s B property today. Haven't been here in a while. Been really slow hunting here. When me and Chris were here, we didn't really find a whole lot. We did much better at the 1600s B property, but we're going to give this a shot today. Let's do it. Alright, we've had a lot of rain lately. This is where the pit that we dug out right here. A lot of times rain will expose things. You got brick, shell, a little bit of glass. That's light glass too. That's a small, thin piece of glass. We'll save it. As you can see, we got, here's a tooth right there. There's a pig tooth right there. What else we got here? Let's see. Kind of interesting, kind of like mudlarking. You're walking around just seeing what you can find. That's bone right there for sure. Another tooth, look at that. Another big old tooth right there. Pig tooth, pig bone. Kind of interesting just to kind of go over after you've seen the rain. Let's see, that might be some kind of, nah, I think that's probably just some concrete through the brick. Bone, look at that bone right there. Glass right there. Now, oh, that's glass, I think. No, I'm not sure. That might be some shell. Look, it's kind of like mudlarking around here, just looking around. We got about 6 of these to go over. We'll check them out right now. Pretty cool. They just don't make the oyster shells like this anymore. That's a nice one. People actually clean these up and paint them, make designs on them. We'll save that for my friend. Alright, that's definitely a piece of redware pipe around top to ground right there. Like I said, rain will expose a lot of stuff on top of these pits like that. Might have our first pipe stem. Oh yeah, that's definitely a pipe stem. I knew we'd find at least one out here somewhere. Oh, look at here. I think I might see some pottery here too, maybe. Not sure about that. Had some color on it there, but definitely a pipe stem. I might have the first artifact. There's a really, really low tone, but I'm believing it's a shoe buckle. Very decorative shoe buckle. Look at that. What y'all think? I'm thinking shoe buckle. Yep, there it is. A piece in the center right there where it would go through. Yes! We have a piece of a shoe buckle, which is super cool with all the design on it. That's pretty awesome right there. I love that. Here we go. Definitely not from the 1600s, but you know what? I'm keeping that. That's a good hammer right there. I just figured I like to do a little probing around some of these edges of these pits right here. And I did start hitting some stuff right in here, so I'm starting to dig it out. And look at that. First thing that popped out right there. Beautiful pipe stem right there. Awesome. So we might have something in here, I don't know. That was just the first thing that popped out. Let's go and get it cut out here and see what we got. Awesome. Alright, we got a little bit cleared out here. Next piece that pops out, look at that. Oh my God, that's a piece of western wall right there. That is super cool. That makes my day right there. Alright, we're definitely going to dig down in this a little bit more. Awesome. I was slowly raking through this up here like this. Just got a little piece of redware. So we are getting a few relics here out of this hole. You see how deep I am? Probably about 1.5 feet right now. We're going to keep going down with it as long as we're finding relics. Alright, looks like we're hitting the bottom right here. As you can see that color there normally is. Sometimes you can go through that. But you can see a lot of charcoal. It's definitely doing some cooking in here. Shells. Alright. Might not play with this too much longer. We'll see what we got in here. There's a big piece of iron right there. Alright, this is done. Start working my way this way and hit a piece of pot. Look at that. It's got some nice design on it too. I love it when you got design on it. So I was hitting a little, I dipped my probe and probed around the whole hole. And I was hitting a little bit right in this area, so we'll keep getting up in that direction. Getting ready to close it up, and I come across this handle. I guess I'll have to dig just a little bit more. We filled that one in, got as much as we could out of it. We're going to go ahead and detect a little bit, and maybe come back and dig another little trench in here somewhere. I got a super slight hit, but it was in the 40s. I said, okay, we got to dig that. So I kept digging. Popped this out here. I saw some brick come out, but look at that right there. I see something right there. Y'all see it? I don't know what it is yet. Looks like it's in the clay here. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna be a button. I feel the tailbone back. Got an old colonial button right there. Alright, we'll take it all day long. First button of the day right there. I just started another little hole beside this pit. That's the best of it right there. Pipe stem. And I just got that. I'm sitting here Doing my probe in the bottom just to see if I hit anything deeper, and I'm not hitting a thing. So I'm gonna close this one up. Nothing. You hear the crunchiness if there's something down there. All right, we're gonna close that one out. I started punching another hole in here. Put my probe and started getting some hits right in that area right there. Pulled it out, and look at that. That's a shoe buckle, another shoe buckle. That's more piece of it there. That is pretty cool right there. That's a nice one right there. Down, 1.5 foot down in the ground. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what's probably in here. I did see a couple pieces of pig bone. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, here we go. You never know what you're going to hit on the edge of these pits here, because they kind of went off on a shelf and they were still filling in. There's a little piece of a pipe bowl and another pipe stem. I bet it's an old one too. We'll have to check the diameter on that when we get back. This is an old hole, old pit right here. Alright, I might try a little bit more that way because that's where it came from. It was dead over here. I just took a little shovelful out of here and look at this. Little piece of pottery. Another pipe stem. So we're going to have to go that way a little bit more. Here we go. Alright, we started a new one. Hitting nothing but brick and mortar down at the bottom of that. Started coming over here. Still brick, but we do hit a pipe stem right there. And put that in the bag here. And we're going to kind of scan through this right in here. See what we got. Alright, starting to hit that same brick in here, but there is a couple pieces of bottle and glass in here. And this is where some of the seals came from, so we definitely want to check in here really close to make sure it's not a seal in here. Alright, we'll fill this hole in and we are done. I got nothing out of that hole. I got one pipe stem out of one of the other ones, but even these have been kind of played out on me, but all it takes is one on this edge here and hit another whole pit where they kind of come up. Sometime to go over and come back down again. Could hit another right beside one, but hadn't done it today for sure, but we'll do it another day. Alright, let's get home and check it out. We dug some history today. We did a little metal detector, and metal detector a little bit of history, and we did some digging beside the pits that we dug. Normally when we dug the pits out, we go to the bottom, sometimes 5 foot down. But then when it started to level off and go over, we stopped. And those little shelf areas do contain some stuff. Not as thick as they did in the pit, but there's some scattered stuff in there. And that's why I've been hitting a little bit on the edges. Some of them have nothing though. I dug a lot of holes, didn't get nothing out of it, but we did get a couple cool things. Let's check it out. Alright, just to show you real quick, I did grab a couple of these large oyster shells. People like to paint these, so I saved those. I got a bag full of them for some of my friends. Y'all see us find buckets of this glass. Didn't find a ton of it today. That was the biggest piece I found right there at the bottom of a onion bottle right there. That's pretty cool. Did get a few pieces of pig bones. There's a disc and a pig bone tooth. A little bit of iron. You're always digging iron in these things. They probably had covers over these pits and all. I don't know, but there's iron everywhere. I did get one modern hammer, and that's a good one too. I'm gonna save that one. I like that. We did get a few pieces of pottery. Just a handle to a mug probably. That definitely has some design on it right there. Another piece of redware, I think. A couple pieces. But this is the main one. Look at this. This is called Westerwald. If you look real close, you can see a HIB on it. And I'll put a couple pictures. I found one that has that on it, HIB, which is pretty cool. I can actually reference it to a particular piece of Westerwald with those writing, I believe. That's pretty sweet right there. I like that. That's made in Germany back in the 1600s mostly right there. I'm sure that's where it come from. There's one little spot. There's some modern coins in there, so I just dug a few of those. Let's see what else. Oh, let me go through this and we're going to talk about these. This is a colonial button right there, as y'all can see right there. Shoe buckles. This one I metal detected in the field, and it is a fancy one. You know those people had money to have shoe buckles that fancy like that. And this one came out of one of the little holes I dug by the pit. I saw it when it came out, and I dug down and got it, and there it was right there. I didn't metal detect it. I just saw it by eyesight. That's pretty cool because I usually metal detect the dirt, but that was an eyesight find when it came out of the ground. That's pretty cool. Now let's talk about these right here. These are pipe stems from the pipe bowl. Here's a piece of a pipe bowl that they used to smoke the tobacco, whatever, out of right there. And you can tell the age of them by the size of the hole. This right here is 7/64, which would be 1650 to 1680. These were made right here. This one here is 6/64, 1680 to 1720. And this is 1720 to 1750, was 5/64 right there. And these things will go right in them. You can see right there, see how it goes right on through. I tested each one to make sure they were the right size and all. So anyway, and they all fit in here like that. Pretty cool. That's some old stuff right there. Man, I wish I could have got into we want to get another pit with all kind of stuff in it. We feel like there's one out there that's got a ton of the pottery and stuff in it, because most of these pits we're digging are cooking pits, and you find pig bones everywhere and charcoal and where they're cooking. But anyway, we're going to keep looking. All right, appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.